the end of Painfully Honest Tech. That gets your attention. Let me just say that it's partially true. The Painfully Honest Tech that existed in 2018, 2017, 2016, 2019, that Painfully Honest Tech can't and doesn't exist anymore. I have changed, the world has changed, things have changed, and I find it's just really hard to get upset and emotional about technology right now. I love technology. I've always loved technology, but it's just really hard to get to that place where it's like I want to argue with people about tech. I'd rather argue with people about art. I don't know, something that transcends like this year's product cycle. Maybe I'm becoming a little jaded because I've been doing this for long enough to be like, it's this story this year. It's going to be the same story next year. It was this story last year. Maybe I'm a little freaked out by the fact that I realize that I'm part of the machine that helps make people want to buy things. I don't know. I can't really judge anyone for that. I can't say that that's a good or a bad thing because I'm as bad as anybody else about it. And that's a shortcoming that I have. And I want that to change. But I can't make the Painfully Honest Tech video of a couple of years ago where I had really sensational titles that made you want to click and care or be mad or have an emotional response of some kind. I can't. Those videos would be completely tone deaf and ridiculous right now. There's nothing about tech that matters enough to get that upset and that worked up in a world where people are dying in much greater quantities than usual. I've been trying since this whole thing started to figure out how Painfully Honest Tech exists in a world where tech doesn't really matter all that much. And on one hand, I totally understand and I totally support the idea that tech for a lot of people is a way to escape. It's something to think about other than the things that, are really impacting our lives on a day-to-day basis. It's an escape. And I totally respect that. So when I say this is the end of Painfully Honest Tech, maybe this is like the new beginning of Painfully Honest Tech. Maybe this is like a slight adjustment to Painfully Honest Tech. I don't know what it is. I still love tech. I still want to talk about tech. I just can't do it in the way that I used to, and I don't think anybody wants me to. Or, well, maybe they do. I don't know. It's a much different world, and I don't quite know what it is yet. I do know that my life as a creator on YouTube has become a life of like, make a video, put it out, and then watch the numbers. And I'm watching the numbers, and that is the basis on which I decide if my piece of work has value, if it's been successful. Didn't always used to be that way. I didn't always used to care. But I get to this place all the time. All the time I get to this place. And I think everybody does. There's two different realms of creativity, right? Or at least two different worlds of creativity. I watched a TED Talk with Joseph Gordon-Levitt yesterday. My wife had forwarded it to me, talking about the difference between getting attention and paying attention. It's really interesting, and he's a very thoughtful guy and clearly very intelligent, has these really interesting ideas. So I'll link that in the description down below. But basically, there's paying attention, which is when you get like hyper focused into a thing, no matter what it is, if it's acting or woodworking or whatever it is, you get so focused that your brain shuts everything off, and you only see that, and you get totally immersed in it. I love that thing. That thing is what makes me create all the things that I create, whether it's a YouTube video or writing a song or working on something for somebody else or writing a book. All of those things have had, like, that's what has fed me. But I have not been paying attention enough in the past year. I've been trying to get attention because that's what social media wants you to do. The social media is about attention. This is something that he covers in the TED Talk, but I think the point is worth restating. Social media is about attention. People who use social media, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, whatever, people who use social media are not paying for it, right? You don't pay for social media. So if you're not paying for it, you're the product. The product is your attention. And so companies want that attention and creators want that attention. Everybody's trying to get some of that product that they can reel in for themselves. And that's the nature of the business. And I'm not, again, it is what it is. All I'm saying is that I guess I've had a little bit of an existential crisis, like probably many people have over the past 6 months or so. Just trying to figure out, like, how does painfully honest tech exist in a world, in this world where I, as a person, don't really want to make videos that, try and make people mad or whatever. I love the conversation about tech. I have a lot of things that I want to share with people. I have a lot of knowledge that I want to share. I don't know what to do with this channel, quite honestly. I've taken courses, I've read books, I've listened to gurus, I've done all this other stuff, and all of it makes sense in the grander scheme of things. But as it applies to this channel, it doesn't yet make sense. And meanwhile, I haven't been doing the other things that have fed me and made me feel good about my day-to-day life. I haven't been writing. I haven't been making music. I haven't been doing any of those things. I haven't been spending enough time with my family. I haven't. My whole life in the past couple of years has become totally consumed by my need to continue to get attention on YouTube. And the catch-22 is that's the gig. So how do you balance that gig with still being able to be the three-dimensional actual individual person that you are, not the character that you play on YouTube? So I don't know the answer to that. I don't know the answer to that yet. But I also feel like making the same kinds of videos, or trying to feel like I make the same kinds of videos, or doing just banging my head against the wall over and over again is not getting me there. I don't have any context. I don't have any perspective. I don't have anything that says all of this should make sense now, Jason, because you know these things. And you get to that place every once in a while. You know, whatever it is, whatever creative thing that you do suddenly changes its face and you don't recognize it anymore. And that's where I've been with this channel for a while. So again, this is not me saying the end of Painfully Honest Tech in the sense that there's not going to be Painfully Honest Tech. There's most definitely still going to be Painfully Honest Tech, but it's the end of Painfully Honest Tech, like as I knew it, maybe as you knew it. It's evolving. It has to evolve to something, and it is evolving. But I just feel like this is a moment where it's a good time to say it's hard to care about tech. It's hard to start the week and be like, oh man, I can't wait to talk about the Galaxy Note 20 in a couple of days. Because I'm interested, but I really don't care. I really don't. So this is an existential crisis for somebody who runs a tech channel. I don't know why I made this video or what it is that I'm trying to say. I don't know. If I put this up, I'll probably regret it. Maybe I'll take it down sooner than later. But I just wanted to share my thoughts and I guess try and connect with you folks on a person-to-person basis to say that I am struggling. I know that lots of people are struggling. I know that I am very fortunate to be where I am right now, to have my be able to make a living, to be able to have my family be healthy, to have a roof over our heads, all of those things. I'm very, very grateful that that's where we are right now. And my extended family is healthy as well. And I'm incredibly, incredibly fortunate for that to be the case. But in my work life, I'm at this crossroads. I got to figure out what this is. I got to figure out what this is, and I will. I always do. But I need it to be right-sized. I need it to be more balanced. I need to get back to a place where YouTube isn't so big in my life that I can't see anything else and I can't gain any perspective. So I'm going to also be trying to figure that out over the next however long. Yeah, there's no great thesis statement other than I need to rebalance. I'm trying to rebalance my life, who I am, what I'm trying to do. I've made this video 6 times. I never know how to stop because I don't know if I've made my point. But at the end of the day, I'm trying to say thank you. I'm trying to say stick with me. I'm trying to say I care about you. I'm trying to say I need to care for myself a little bit more. I'm trying to say that I need to pay attention more than I need to get attention and break that cycle. So I'm going to work on that. Doesn't mean you may not see any change whatsoever in what happens with this channel. That might just continue straight on as it was. But just know that in doing that, I'm still trying to figure out what this is and how it fits in my life and how I want it to fit in your life. So thanks very much for watching. Again, that Joseph Gordon-Levitt thing is going to be down in the description below. Go ahead and click on that. If you're watching this video days after I posted it, then I decided to keep it up. If not, you're one of the lucky ones who has been able to watch it before I decided to take it down. Thanks so much for being here. I really do appreciate it. Once again, as you know, my name's Jason. This is Painfully Honest Tech. Tech so honest it hurts. Until the next time, I'm out.